It's easy to get caught up in the name. Shedeur Sanders, son of Deion, decorated in college, 5th round pick who feels more like a 1st round storyline. Cleveland loves a headline, but this isn't about jersey sales or Instagram followers. It's about fit, readiness, and winning games right now. If you strip the hype away and look at the data, the tape, the system, and the health of the roster, the conclusion is clear. Shedeur Sanders should not be the Browns' starting quarterback, at least not yet. As of early October 2025, the Browns quarterback depth chart is pretty straightforward. Dillon Gabriel is QB1, Joe Flacco at QB2, and Shedeur Sanders sit at QB3. Gabriel started his first NFL game in London, throwing 2 touchdowns in a 21-17 loss to Minnesota. He wasn't perfect, but he was poised. He ran the offense, protected the football, and gave Cleveland a professional floor. And that floor is the key word. The Browns aren't chasing ceiling plays in 2025. They're trying to stabilize an offense that ranked near the bottom of the league in efficiency last season. Kevin Stefanski doesn't want fireworks. He wants predictability. A quarterback who keeps the schedule intact and defense rested. That right now is Dillon Gabriel. When Cleveland drafted Shedeur Sanders in round 5, pick 144, the moment said a lot, and I don't think the first word that comes to mind was enthusiasm. We've all seen the picture going around of the Browns' war room showing polite applause but no eruption. It looked like a business decision, not a dream pick. Then owner Jimmy Haslam spoke publicly. He said the team hadn't planned to draft Shedeur at all until a last day conversation convinced GM Andrew Berry to make the call. That means it wasn't the coaching staff's push, it was more of a late window pivot. In other words, Shedeur Sanders wasn't the centerpiece of the draft plan. He was a developmental flyer, a calculated experiment on potential. And the staff's behavior since confirms it. No premature promotions, no inflated sound bites, just measured comments about, quote, long-term development. That's front office jargon for sit, learn, and grow. Shedeur's resume is elite on paper. In 2024 at Colorado, he won Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, and broke multiple school passing records. He threw for just over 4,000 yards, more than 30 touchdowns, and looked like a composed distributor. The arm talent is legitimate. He can layer deep outs, drop back shoulder fades, and throw with touch between zones. But the film also shows consistent issues: late reads, pocket drift, and a habit of holding on the ball until chaos hits. At Colorado in 2023, he was sacked over 50 times, leading the country through the first half of that season. Yes, the offensive line was poor, but time to throw is a quarterback stat too. Contrast all of that with Dillon Gabriel. Gabriel started 63 games across UCF, Oklahoma, and Oregon. At Oregon in 2024, he completed 72.9% of his passes for 3,857 yards, 30 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions. He also finished 3rd in the Heisman race. It's a completely different pedigree. Faster rhythm, more disciplined footwork, and 6 years of live fire experience running RPOs, quick game concepts that translates directly to Stefanski's system. Whether you like it or not, Gabriel's tape screams timing, Shedeur screams potential. One wins you games in October, and the other might win you headlines in 2026. Moving on to the preseason. As we know, preseason doesn't crown quarterbacks, but at bare minimum, it does reveal habits. In the opener against Carolina, Shedeur was sharp. 14 of 23, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He was smooth, decisive, and actually looked like a starting QB. Then the Rams game came around. 5 sacks, stalled drives, and absolutely zero rhythm. That duality is what defines him now. When the pocket is clean and the first read is open, he's surgical. When protection collapses or the read isn't obvious, he reverts to sandlot football, drifting, waiting, trusting his athleticism to bail him out. That worked in Boulder, it doesn't work in the NFL. In Stefanski's scheme, hesitation kills. To paint a full picture of the story, we have to talk about Cleveland's O-line, because that's the silent variable nobody likes to talk about. Jack Conklin has battled elbow and knee issues, and DeJuan Jones went down early, so the team scrambled and traded for Cam Robinson to plug a tackle hole. This line is a rotation of patches, not the brick wall it used to be. And if your quarterback's defining weakness is holding the ball too long, that's like gasoline on a fire. You can't coach pocket discipline from a stretcher. Stefanski's priority is survival, getting through each week with a functional offense and minimal turnovers. A rookie with a 3.2 second average time to throw and a 50-plus sack college resume doesn't fit that blueprint. Gabriel's tempo, meanwhile, masks the protection issues. His quick release cuts pressure before it even arrives. That's not talent, that's processing speed. And in the NFL, processing speed is protection. Kevin Stefanski's system is built on precision. Everything stems from the wide zone run game, play action, bootlegs, rhythm throws. It's chess, not checkers. The job of the quarterback in this offense is to execute the script exactly as it's drawn. The beauty comes from efficiency, not improvisation. When the Brown offense has worked, 2020 Baker, it's been because the quarterback stayed on time, trusted the play, and let yards after the catch do the work. Gabriel fits that DNA. He's deliberate, unflashy, but relentlessly on schedule. He sees leverage pre-snap, hits his marks, and lives to play another down. Shedeur right now does not. His eyes wander from the home run ball. He's more artist than engineer. That doesn't mean he can't learn it, it just means he hasn't lived it yet. And Stefanski isn't paid to nurture an artist mid-season. He's paid to manufacture wins now. No story is one-sided, and the counter-arguments come quick. Shedeur was elite in college. He already looked good in preseason. He's the future, why wait? Well, let's unpack it. Yes, he was elite in college, against Big 12 defenses built for shootouts, not disguised pressures. The NFL is an entirely different clock speed. The question isn't whether he'll be great, it's when he'll be ready to process at that speed without creating chaos. Preseason flashes, well, they do matter, but preseason also happens at 60% intensity with stripped down coverages. Regular season fronts don't give you clean pockets and vanilla disguises. The Rams game was a preview of what happened when you actually blitz him. As for the why wait, he's the future claim, he sure can be, but developing a quarterback means controlling exposure. You teach timing and pocket command in controlled reps, not baptism by fire. Throwing him out there too soon behind a shaky line risks repeating every rookie meltdown case study of the past decade. And Cleveland fans know that story all too well. They lived it under a half a dozen times since 1999. An optimist could look at this situation as the best thing to ever happen to him in the NFL, as opposed to someone dissing him because they don't like him. One more factor that needs discussing, off-field perception. When the Browns named Gabriel the starter, Shedeur Sanders held a silent mime-style press conference. Clever maybe, but productive not really. The moment went viral for all the wrong reasons. In a franchise desperate for stability, optics matter. Quarterbacks lead everything, huddles, locker rooms, and even narratives. Fair or not, leadership is judged in those small windows when the cameras roll. It's one thing to be confident, it's another to appear dismissive. Every successful rookie quarterback learns the art of controlling the message. Shedeur will get there, most likely. He's charismatic and media savvy, but he hasn't balanced the confidence with accountability yet. In a perfect world, here are the actionable steps that he can take to become a starting quarterback in the NFL. First, he has to shorten his clock. The difference between 3.2 seconds and 2.6 seconds is the line between a sack and a slant completion. That comes from pre-snap recognition, identifying blitz looks, trusting hot routes, and throwing before the break. Second, he has to command protections. At Colorado, the center made most of the calls. In Cleveland, the quarterback does that. Until he owns that communication, Stefanski won't hand him the full script. Third, he needs to live in the quick game. Slants, sticks, arrows. Boring football that punishes soft coverages and forces defenses to tackle. If he can stack 10 of those drives without drifting, he's ready. Fourth, integrate him into packages. Red zone plays, movement boots, tempo drives. Get him reps without the weight of the full playbook. That's how you develop without derailing the season. Whether you like it or not, here's the adult answer. Dillon Gabriel should start, Shedeur Sanders should sit and learn. This isn't about pedigree or politics. It's about what gives the Browns the best chance to win this month. Gabriel offers the floor, quick reads, ball security, predictable rhythm. That's oxygen for an offense fighting through line injuries and identity rehab. Shedeur offers the ceiling, electric arm, upside, and brand power. But ceilings mean nothing when the foundation is still drying. If or when Sanders trims his release time, masters protection calls, and shows he can control the huddle instead of chasing highlights, he'll get his turn. And when that happens, maybe this year, maybe next, Cleveland will actually be ready to receive him. Right now, the mature move is boring. Start Dillon Gabriel. Let Shedeur build quietly, win some games, then open the next chapter when the team, not Twitter, says he's ready. One last thing. This conversation isn't only about Shedeur Sanders. It's about what Cleveland finally might have in Dillon Gabriel. For once, the Browns might not be gambling on potential. They might actually have found a quarterback who fits what they're building. Gabriel isn't flashy, but he's efficient. He processes quickly, moves the ball, and limits damage. Exactly what a roster this talented has needed for years. If he keeps staying calm, turnover-free, Cleveland may not just be buying time for Shedeur's development, they might be discovering stability they haven't had in 2 decades. And if that happens, the story of the 2025 Browns won't be who is or isn't starting, it'll be about the guy who quietly fixed the problem everyone thought was unsolvable. I appreciate all you guys for hanging out. Drop a sub if you have not yet. Peace.